So I'm here because, you know, I want my brother's kids to have their dad past age 23. Gosh, that's hard to say. It's not hard for me to give, but it's hard for me to say that, just what we went through. So I'm here of my own free will and very, very willingly and gladly willing to go through this so that he has a chance at a normal life. Oh!
You're not getting out.
Yeah, no, it's the left one. You're going to take the left one.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
Oh. Polycystic kidney disease. My father had it, and my sister had been diagnosed with it. I actually am on dialysis right now. I had a bilateral nephrectomy on January 30th, so I've been living without kidneys for about 6 weeks.
When we learned that David and Laurie both had the disease, you know, we thought Dad passed more than his sense of humor on. Yeah, I remember a lot of tickle tortures as a kid. I remember Mom always saying, quit playing, somebody's gonna get hurt, and it was usually me that got hurt. Looking back, it's interesting now knowing that he had polycystic kidney disease and that there's a 50-50 chance I have this disease too. You know, when I was born, there was a genetic coin flip, and you know, it comes up heads, I've got it. If it comes up tails, I don't. I made a phone call to the local doctor's office and set up an appointment with a nephrologist and found out that I didn't have the disease. I didn't realize how big of a weight was on my shoulders, not knowing what my future would be, not knowing if I would live to old age or if I would have the same difficult road ahead that my dad had and that my sister and brother were going through. They're going to take my left kidney. It's more so in the back here, but they're going to do a few laparoscopic incisions to prepare the kidney for removal, and then they'll do an incision here to actually reach in and pull it out. You know, I didn't choose not to have it, and David didn't choose to have it, so there was just never any question in my mind whether I'd be willing to share my spare. Sorry. So, yeah.
It's an amazing gift. You know, I just feel very appreciative and humble because it's going to be a new life. Really grateful that there's the miracle of organ transplant and that it saves lives every day. And I'm grateful that there are people willing to donate their organs, especially my brother.
I'm not a hero. It's not selfless. I mean, it's my brother. I don't say I would expect him to do the same for me because I wouldn't have that expectation, you know, that he owes me anything. The real heroes are the ones who do it altruistically, do it, you know, Good Samaritan anonymously. They say, you know what, I'm going to donate a kidney to somebody I don't even know. I'm just a regular guy. This wasn't a hard decision for me to make, so I'm no hero. Good morning.
How are you feeling?
I'm ready.
What are you ready for?
I'm ready to get 6 ounces lighter. I'm ready for transplant day. It's March 19th, and we're in the hospital about to get dressed in this lovely gown and go up to floor 10 to see David, who's currently hooked up to a dialysis machine for his last time ever.
Yay.
It's left kidney right here. He's going to take over and do the constant dialysis. So, feeling ready, feeling excited.
How are you guys feeling about today?
Awesome.
Ready to rock and roll.
Yep.
Last time on dialysis, right?
That's right.
Let's do it.
You'll be a new man. You'll be the same.
Yeah.
He'll be a new man.
That's the hope. That's the hope. We're both just nice and dandy after this. So we'll see you later.
Yep.
Good luck.
Good luck to you.
See you on the other side.
Yeah, man. Thank you.
Love you, David.
Love you too, Mark.
On my way to see David now. I'm feeling pretty well. I'm looking forward to being able to walk tomorrow, but
Yeah,
still a little bit woozy today. So
that's okay.
I'm looking forward to seeing David though and congratulating him on the urine. Yeah.
I'm gonna go first.
Howdy. How are you, sir?
Thank you so much. How do you feel?
I feel pretty good.
This be alright.
I feel really good. Yeah.
I'm so bad.
Thank you so much.
I'm so mad. When I heard it was working, I just pumped my fist and said a curse word.
Which one?
Oh, probably something like Hell Yeah or something. I don't remember. I don't.
Shark's mom.
Yeah. So, let's compare our urine bags. How's yours looking?
Mine was just recently empty.
Yeah, mine was too, so, but look, I already got a lot to show for it. Yeah.
These are very good memories. You guys are in this one. You two and David and Dad.
I was at the hospital getting an ultrasound, and the ultrasound tech spent a lot of time checking other things, not the baby. And I thought that was a little unusual, but it never crossed my mind that she was looking at my kidneys.
Look, he's got the catheters for the dialysis.
I went to my doctor, and I was sitting on the table, and he said, "So how long have you had polycystic kidneys?" And I just about fell off the table. It wasn't until I actually had the transplant evaluation that they mentioned to us that the best donors come from siblings.
I just knew that she was at the point where they needed to start looking for a donor. So I just texted her. I said, hey, you know, what do I need to do to get started?
When I found out that she and her husband also actually had submitted their names to be tested for a match, it floored me. I was so thankful. They have a family of their own, they have challenges of their own in their lives, and it was not something I expected her to do. I didn't have that expectation or feel like she had any obligation to do that, but I was so thankful that she did.
We've always been close. We've always been very different, but very close. But yeah, now there's definitely a different connection there.
These are my girls.
What I've learned is that a transplant is the gift of a better life, because you can live life without a transplant. You can live life with horrible kidney failure, you can live life on dialysis, but it's a much better life with a transplant. With that working organ, the quality of life has improved more than I even could have hoped or imagined.
This is one of my favorites, Dad. When I was
I love that.
younger, I was
It kinda
like,
looks like
that's
Jordan.
my dad.
You thought
Can
he
you
looked
see
hot?
Jordan?
Yeah.
This year is 10 years since he passed away. He passed away when I was 23, and 23 feels kind of young to lose your dad.
That's a good one. That was when you first met, right?
We were married. He and Mark and I took a trip to Arches, and Rich just kept, he couldn't go very far. After, a month or so later, a few weeks later, he went to the doctor. Turned out they said, you need to be on dialysis now. Okay, look at the contrast. You can see that's when he's really not as well.
When I first found out that my dad had PKD, I was a teenager.
It was kind of a vague thing,
One day when I came home, he was lying in bed.
He realized that his kidney function is shot.
I obviously was tested. I said, yes. What wouldn't you do for your spouse?
He was always quite fashionable, wasn't he? It's a nice shirt.
Are you serious?
Yeah, he was.
For the times.
Now, Rich never knew his father, and his dad had a younger brother that I knew. I knew he had a kidney problem, and he actually passed away from that. So, knew it was in the family, but for some reason, I don't know why, maybe it just never occurred to me that he would have it.
What's that all about? It's like a model shop.
Oh, yeah.
That's probably another
That might be
selfie.
a
It's down
selfie
in the
too.
studio.
That's really good.
I had watched my dad have a rough time after his transplant, and it had been 8 years since he passed away. And I felt like getting a transplant would maybe introduce a lot of new problems and difficulties to my life. And honestly, I thought at that point that it might be the beginning of the end.
Being 15 and seeing your dad go through that was a pretty profound thing. It affected me a lot. Actually kind of helped me make some of my life choices. I wanted to start my family as young as I could so that I'd be around when my kids are older and hopefully have good health.
He didn't like us messing around for pictures.
But I mean, look, well, I know we did a serious one and then he did the goofy one. These are very good memories. My philosophy has always been, I mean, from the first time you could on your driver's license put being an organ donor, I thought, absolutely. Why would I need anything?
When you're not here, you don't need your organs. Someone else needs them. The quality of life that they will have, whether it's the heart, lungs, liver, kidney. I've met a lot of people now that have had transplants, and their quality of life is so much improved.
If you're healthy and you would like to donate, do it. If you have the chance to give that gift, I would highly recommend it.
As I was recovering and going to get my labs and meeting other transplant recipients, they all had stories and they were all so grateful. And I think that's the thing we all have in common, is that we realize that we're really lucky to have this gift of life. I would encourage everybody to become a donor.